What is going on, my YouTube friends? So I've been kind of like thinking where I want to put this MSD digital 6AL box. You know, I mean, thought over and over again. I thought maybe on the inside of the firewall, on the outside of the firewall. Funky said he put his under the seat. I know the 93 that I had it was under the seat in that, and that worked pretty good. Maybe on the fender well, I thought maybe, you know, I mean, this, I'm not real sure where I want to put this, but I want to put it, I mean, I got plenty of wire. It come with, you know, it was a nice kit, you know, come with plenty of wire and attachments and the little legs and everything for it. Pretty nice box. Yeah. And on the back of it, it's got all the diagram to where everything goes. Probably upside down, ain't it? It don't make a difference. But yeah, so I mean, it's pretty cool. I dig it. Heavy black, heavy red, battery, positive, negative, black to the coil, orange to the coil, ooh, red to the switch, 12 volts. Oh yeah, nice, pretty cool. Dig it. So like I says, I haven't really figured out exactly where I want to put this at. It's a nice, it came in a nice kit, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like it. But I really thought that if I put it on the engine compartment, maybe heat might bother it, maybe not. I do got some really good fans for the radiator, so it should keep everything cool. But I'm really kind of thinking under the front seat. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe under the passenger front seat, because battery and everything's on the passenger side of the car. I can run the wires to the driver's side where the coil's at. I just want to know what you guys think. You know, I mean, like I said, these ain't as thick as the old ones, because the old ones were taller. You know what I'm saying? So I think this would be fine under the seat. And I really thought about it in the engine compartment, because the wires makes the wires really so much shorter. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to run them that long. Because the only thing I got to do to the car wiring is really I need to hook up the brake switch and the brake pedal and do the headlights. And the car wiring's basically done. You know what I'm saying? And I got to wire the fuel pump off the back bumper. I got to wire that, and that's not going to be too bad. I got plenty of wire for that. So yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, what do you guys think? You know, I don't think it'll be as hot under the seat. You know what I'm saying? And like I says, under the hood, it'll look good under there, that's for sure. But is the heat gonna affect it? That's my concern. All right. My 90 notchback, I had it under the hood and never had an issue with the heat. Never had an issue with the heat. Or, you know, I mean, maybe if the car overheated or something, but it never did. And like I said, never had an issue. Never, no misfire, no nothing. So yeah, give me you guys' opinion. Let's turn this around, take a look at this thing, and see maybe where I might hook it up. This is the passenger side. I was thinking about maybe hooking it up on the inner fender well here. Let me lift this up a little bit here. Kind of put it about right there. You know what I'm saying? And it would still be cool, and it wouldn't get overheated there. I can't put it over here because the battery's going to be here, and that's not the battery I'm using. That's just the battery I'm using to test things. And if I put it on the back firewall, down here, which I've seen people do before, excuse me, I've seen people put them here before, you know, and they worked all right. But those headers, the heat's gonna be coming up off those headers, that's for sure. So let me get over here and look at this, yeah. So it's not gonna be far from the header if I put it under there, because it'll be sitting underneath that rail there. And that's where the air conditioning unit used to go and stuff, so. You know. Or I could put it down here on the floor under the passenger seat. or up there on the firewall, under the dash. You know, so, I mean, wherever I put it, I got plenty of wire to run it. I just got to figure out what I want to do with it, you know. Let me turn this back. So anyhow, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out the best place to put that. And really, to be honest with you, I kind of like it under the hood on the passenger side inner fender well. I got plenty of room over there to put it. I got the little rubber legs. I can put it on that, you know, and I can run the wiring up and across to the battery and where I need it to run to. And it's not far from the distributor. You know what I'm saying? So I can hook it directly right up to this distributor. So that's kind of where I'm thinking about as on the passenger, or I'm sorry, that's the driver's side inner fender, not the passenger, driver's side. Passenger where the battery's at. I don't want to put it on the firewall in the engine compartment because, like I said, that's too close to the header. So my feeling is on the driver's side inner fender well because there's lots of room there. There's going to get lots of air there, and it's going to be good. If I put it under the seat, then every time I got to mess with it, I got to take the seat out. You know what I'm saying? So, or if I need to make any adjustments or anything to that. So, I just like to hear your guys' opinion and see what you think. Because, more directions. Because it's just good to get what other people think and that, and get their ideas in that. They got some pretty good ideas. And I like the idea of putting it under the seat too, but I hate the idea that if I have to do anything, I got to pull the seat out, which can be a pain in the butt, especially when you get old like me. I ain't no spring chicken no more. But tomorrow I'm going to come out here and I'm going to work on those headlights and get those headlights wired up, ready to go, so that way I can, when I put the bezels and stuff on there, I can just plug them in and go, baby. Oh yeah. Taillights, I got to change the bulb in one of them. But I got all this stuff sitting on the trunk, so I can't get in the trunk right now, you know. And like I said, I think the driver's side inner fender well is a good spot to put that. I got plenty of room, and I got, you know, I ain't got to run this across as far as to the coil, and I can run the wires to the battery through the core support like I did the headlights, and I think that would work out the best. That's my opinion. I like to hear your guys' opinion and see what you think. So anyhow, you guys have a great rest of your day, night, or whatever time it was you watched this, and you guys are awesome. And if anybody tells you any different, you tell them come see me and I'll tell them you're awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. And yes, I did switch that around.